Hello everybody and welcome to the Footy Podcast. And my fifth guest here is Ciaron Jackie Harkin. Jackie, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you for having me come. Cheers.
Thank you very much for giving yourself up for half an hour. First of all, what an injury. Disaster.
Nightmare, but it's done now. Hopefully we get back as soon as possible.
Aye, you will
Just
be back
whatever.
stronger. Bigger and stronger.
Whatever has to be done, and we'll get there.
Aye.
Take a positives from it.
That's it. So, Jackie, take us right back to start. Where did it all happen for you?
Grew up in Creggan, obviously. Closest team to me was Trojans, and obviously played a big part, obviously, in my career. Like one of my first training sessions was about 4. I remember I was around 4 when I started playing with Trojans. I played right up through. Obviously, they had a big part in my career, and learned a lot there. And I was 16 when I left them and joined Derry. Played right up through Trojans, right even on the senior team when I was 16.
Brilliant.
So I learned about there as well, obviously senior football, and it helped me when I went to Derry. And so went from Trojans to Derry, under 8, 17s, 19s, reserves, playing under Derry City Football, Ciaron Jackie Harkin. Also we had a decent team there, like, so a lot of big names in that
Who
team.
was on the squad? I might have watched in the Footy Cup one year.
Well, that team it's probably one of the teams that played on now. There's a lot of them actually still playing football, which is good to see.
Senior football, aye.
So there was Ron Curtis, Paddy McLean, Georgie Kelly, Josh Daniels, Barry Holden. There's a lot of which still playing. Conor McDermott, Ben Doherty. So a lot of good players, and then obviously at that time there was a lot of good players as well. But sad to see a few of them ain't playing anymore. Obviously at the level they were at then. But definitely it was some team.
A lot of credit handed to John Creggan and Derry City Football.
Definitely, they obviously got these players in somehow and put this team together. Probably the worst thing about it, we're bidding a few finals and bidding the last game of the season for the league and everything. So, but would have been a lot better if we could have obviously got them trophies as well. But they ended up being the last trophy we were on together as a team was a Foyle Cup, and they ended up winning that. So,
Me and Evan standing watching. Scored a couple of penalties on it.
the Foyle Cup that year was scored a penalty and playing in the showgrounds it was.
Evan was only beat that when he had a brilliant player on. He was the message in all. I think he was a big fan of yours.
That's good. And
So a lot of credits down to, first of all, Trojans.
Trojans they did, and Herman Ciaron played a big part in that. Obviously, all through my life he's been in it, and he's played a big part in my football. Obviously, yeah, they thank him for it. He obviously got me to Derry to start with. He put my name forward, got
Just
me
always
there.
looking out for you and always
It
helping you no
was.
matter what's.
Any Saturday, Sunday, I was always with room when they watch senior the Trojans teams play or whatever. And even every summer then room would take me up the Malt Cup, me and him would go up. Days out to watch that week he would always pick it off work and
Just football, Dad.
it would just take me everywhere with him. But obviously in the pitch, obviously he liked me as a player, he put my name forward in the area, and that's where it all started then.
A lot of credit.
Yeah.
Given the agreement.
Yeah, definitely. And that's
Do you
what-
think playing with Trojan senior team sort of built the foundations for you to go on to?
It did when I was only around 16, getting to play with older boys, and there were some good players in that team. Kevin Ramsey and that were obviously he wasn't playing as high standards he'd have played before, but them boys were playing in that team with Brendan McDonald, Darren Creggan, and there were some good players there, so I learned a lot off them as well at that time. But
all from Creggan to an old man for
all the
Trojans.
Creggan men playing together, so there's plenty of fights.
Some young kisses too.
And I was wondering, I didn't know boys were allowed to drink in the teacher before the matches.
Six pack of carrot.
Before the matches, and then geez, not even talk about what they did after matches.
That's for another.
So,
So, looking back, in terms of coming into senior football, do you think that just where you came from, up and around Creggan, do you think it created sort of?
that helped obviously because obviously playing my Trojans, and just my game, it has been since I was young, it's just getting stuck on, working hard and that, and
It prepares you for
that prepared me for it. And then even when I went to Derry and on their 17s, on their 19s, that was my game. It was just getting stuck on, working hard, whatever, and that's where I got all my credit from. I didn't do nothing special, I just worked hard, and that's what everyone liked about me, so I just kept doing what I was doing, and it came
just
to help.
hard work.
It just came to help them when I was going on to senior football. That's what you need to do. You need to work hard and get stuck on. When obviously I was younger, playing against men then. Obviously the first fight that I got at that was Trojans, playing senior football. And then when coming up through Derry, you had a good, if you were picked for the reserve team, it was a bonus. Like, you love getting picked for a reserve team that you're playing against. Sometimes you're playing as well, so senior league, you're playing against men as well. So it was the first chance. We were all tiny, and we were picked out on their 17s or on their 19s to play for the reserves. You were playing against men, so it was
preparing you to step up in senior football.
I know, and then it came to the stage then after our 19s and reserves that a lot of us, as I say, we had a very good team. So a lot of us were moved onto the first team, man, and we were training every day with the first team at Derry. And
this was your first real stunt at Derry?
My first stunt at Derry. I was had to put the work on through under 17s and under 19s to get a chance to go up and train with the first team. It was obviously Quiggy and Eddie Ciaron and that they sort of pushed it. They moved us on. It was Peter Hutton was a manager at the time,
right?
And they were sort of obviously Peter had the choice like whether he wanted to train or not, but he got us all on with. There was probably 10 out of our team was on training every day, full time football. First chance to get in that, but obviously we were only signed as amateurs and we're getting paid for it, so we were just training every day. And obviously, if you want to be a footballer, you have to make them sacrifices. So we were on training and just hoping that we could just progress on the first team. But
so how did that go for you? I think your couple of appearances.
Well, I made my first time at Derry when I was just breaking on. Then I was lucky enough to make 2 appearances. I came off the bench twice, once in the Brandeville against St Pat's. Came off the bench. I think it was 3-0 or a good bit. So I think it was just there you are. Get the crowd cheering for something just because they're not cheering at us that we were playing. But so it put me on. Obviously, it was a big moment. Supported Derry all my life, and it just meant everything to me. So coming on that day was massive, especially in the Brandeville. But the story how about that day came on. It was freezing. It was freezing the bench. I mean, it was one of the coldest nights of my life. I was shaking, and I don't know who it was. Murray McCann said, "Shouted, Jackie, go get warmed up." So I was warming up, and legs were froze. I could barely run. I come up, he said, "Right, hurry up, you're going on now, going on." Bottoms off, whatever, got ready. And I got on the pitch, made a run, and nearly fell. My legs just nearly left me. And I was tracking the midfield I was playing against was Chris Forrester, Greg Bulger, and Killian Brennan. I was like, Jesus, these boys. And so one of them made a run on behind, and I tracked him, and I ended up, I ran the whole way in the ball, went through to Jared Doherty. And so their midfielders ran back. I was standing beside Jared, and he just rolled the ball out to me. He's boxing, there was nobody near me to the halfway line, so I travelled the whole way. The ball up the halfway line. And that line, I could barely walk after my legs was gone. I was only on 1 minute. And
I got a wee bit of adrenaline ball too.
It was just shock, and then we're 3-0 down. The ball comes onto the corner, and I tried to skill. So I did like a Micky spin pass. I went hit off a boy and went out for a corner, but the ref gave a goal kick, and I'm running shooting at the referee. He says, "I were 3-0 down these days," and all the boys were running shooting at me. Whatever. What do you have to do? Skill? Oh, Jesus. Back up. It was the last minute of the game. Final whistle went right on the change room. I'm sitting in the corner. Brian McBride walks in, smashes a ball at my feet. Said, "What the fuck? I do skills. 3-0 down." Lost that flat. I just stuck the wall. I don't know what to do. But it's just obviously I learned a lot from that. They don't like losing, and I'm coming on messing about, but whatever. Obviously they're winners and that. And it's just I learned a lot from them. And the next appearance then was coming on the FAI Cup. I think it was a lower round against Eden Derry. I got an hour 10 minutes of that, but we're on the bench every week. Seeing a lot of us boys in the under 19s, like we're on the bench every week, but it was just minutes I needed.
You needed,
so
you needed
I needed to get out there, and I went St.
How did
Francis.
that come about?
Was a very
Did you make the move or?
It was my decision. Well, Kevin Derry just got the job at Institute, so
Right, yeah.
he actually was interested. So he let me know he was interested, and I was interested in that time. Obviously, I was playing reserves all the time, so I was on the bench for the first team, but Quiggy was my manager of reserves, so I would speak to him more.
Aye.
So first it came up, I had a holiday book because I was only playing under 19s, and we were just on training with the first team, so I'd already had a holiday book now because our 19th season was finished. So me and Geordie Kelly was chatting, and he was all, I have a holiday book as well with all my mates, whatever. It was all, but he was actually coming on. He was playing a lot for the first team, so he was making more appearances than me. So the old Brandywell, the steps us up to Peter Hutton's office. Geordie said, right, I'll go up first. We're standing for about half an hour down the bottom of the steps saying, chatting what we're going to say. So Georgie went up first. 20 minutes later, he came down the steps. Oh, thank God, whatever. Right, I'm allowed to go, but he wasn't happy. I went up after him. 10 seconds later, I come walking down the steps. No bar, Jack, you're going ahead there. He didn't care, I was going. So when I went on holidays, I spoke to Deirdre when I was over on holidays, and when I came back after my mind made up, I said, I'm signing with Stuart. Sprang Quiggy, I said, I'm going to sign with Stuart. He was all, good idea, go with yourself some minutes. But because I was an amateur, I went and signed with Stuart, but I never took pizza. So he was obviously the manager there, and he had about 10 months calls and pizza over about a week. Deirdre was all.
When you were on holidays?
No, so I was back in. I actually went inside with Stuart, and Pizza's trying to ring me. I said, Deirdre, I'm not answering now. He's going to go back. So he was like, Jackie, we can't sign you here now until you do that phone call. So he rang me. The Ferry Pizza was like, you're making me look bad here. You know what I mean? Just going and signing people's here, and you're signing with Stuart, and you're one of my players, whatever. So I'm just going for minutes. So we put it down as on the phone. We had a good talk on the phone. He put it down as a gentleman's agreement where I never signed a loan, but he was like, I'll have a look at you in 6 months again. You get a bit of experience and you're a bit more ready for the first team.
That's what you get.
So he said, I'll bring you back and whatever. So I don't want to just lose you now because all the years you've been up there, and I want to just say right bye. You know what I mean?
Go through the system.
But fortunately, I actually lost his job, so I had no ties in me there anymore. So I was hoping that he would come back in 6 months' time and bring me back, but he lost his job then. So there were managers after that then. And
so how long were you a student for?
I was a student for. I went on it was a January, and so I was halfway through the season, and actually I think I was there for a full season, but I came in January then. I played like a season and a half, so I played a half season, then I played a full season, but it's just experience, just getting playing. It's a really hard league. It was actually the championship we were playing at the time, and we were a good team in the championship. Deirdre brought a lot of boys on, and we got into the 2 years I was there. It was a half season, was the end of that season. We got into the playoff.
That's right.
And the playoff was put back because something happened in the league and boys were losing points and also Creggan put back. We ended up losing it by the last kick of the game. When our players had the ball in the corner, we just had to hold it out and waste time. And he got past the defender and tried to go for goal. It went down. The keeper got the ball, kicked up, they got a corner and scored, and we lost the playoff. You can imagine Deirdre didn't come on that chain, we just went the bus. But so we were raising, and the year after we got playoff again, bit the playoff again. So it was hard, but just it was all about getting minutes and getting senior football.
A couple of seasons behind you.
That was the main thing, yeah.
You moved into Coleraine.
Before that happened, actually, Owen Kearney contacted me 6 months before it happened. He wanted to sign me 6 months earlier, and I just finished half a season with Stuart, and the next season started. A few of my mates signed, and it was looking a bit better, we had a wee bit of a better team, and I was enjoying it there. Coleraine actually came knocking, Owen rang me and said, I've been watching you for the last few months and I like you, whatever, want to sign you. And I don't know what it was, I don't know why I done it. I made the decision myself, really. I was like, I took a week to think about it, I kept texting, kept ringing, whatever. And one day I remember I think I was sitting outside Pals in Hapmore. And he rang me again. And I was like, oh God, damn, my missus sitting in the car and I was all, do you want to know what? Answered the phone and I said,
I'm doing it.
Owen, do you want to know what?
I'm saying
I don't know, I didn't.
no.
I told him no. I told him, Owen, I don't think I want to sign. I'm happy where I am and I think I'm going to get a lot of experience here. I don't think I'm ready yet to go play for Coleraine, a big team. And I actually said it, and he never spoke for about 30 seconds. He was like, you want to stay with Institute? That's why he was like, you want to stay around and come with Coleraine? He couldn't believe it. And I was like,
but you were thinking of you.
I was thinking of me. I was playing every week, and I was like, am I ready to go to Coleraine? Am I ready for a step up again? Where I wasn't ready for Derry, so I wasn't ready for Derry first team. That's why I left.
Yeah.
And I knew that. I had to actually tell myself that, so I made the right decision. And I know I made the right decision to go to Institute. And I don't know if I made the right decision not going from Institute to Coleraine earlier, but it worked in a way. But I told him on the phone that it's not time. And to be fair to him, at the end of the phone call, he said, I'm not the type of person to just say, right, fuck you really. He said, I like you as a player. You'll hear from me
again. He probably did appreciate you being honest by saying, I don't think I'm ready yet.
He kept in touch with me, and 6 months later, say when I signed in January, so that was the start of the season. I started their season as well. They tried to sign me, and in January then he said, I told you I'll be ringing you back. I've been watching you again over the last 6 months, whatever. I think you're ready, he said, and I'll say I sort of regretted not doing it the last time. So as soon as he came ringing again, I was like, thank God, because I regretted not doing it the last time, but I want to do it this time. And it wasn't even straightforward then. It was a Wednesday that happened, and I had a match. We had a big match for Stewart on the Friday. I don't know what was it. It was actually say we were second in the league and we were playing the team that was top. I think it might have been Ballyclare or something. And I said to him, right, he said, I'm not going to melt your head before this. He said, that's why I met him in the Waterfoot. So he came in the Waterfoot. So I was happy with everything he had to say. Everything was going good. He said, go play your match. We'll talk about it after. It's a big game, whatever. And I'm not going to chat to you for a few days, go play it, whatever. When they played my match in on a Friday, just about to leave a house, I get a phone call. Brian Donaghy was working for Cliftonville. He said, I heard you're signing for Coleraine. Do me a favour, don't sign yet. Let me talk to you first. Ciaron Little was the manager of Cliftonville. He said, don't sign yet. He's up my speak to you. So play your game and we'll get a chat to you all weekend. So played my game whenever. Next morning I said, and it was actually the Saturday. Was my sister's wedding, so I was telling them all, I'm not speaking to them more. So the next morning then my sister went, text on whatever, said, Cliftonville wanted to speak to me. I'm still interested in Coleraine, but I just want to hear what they have to say. He thought, no problem, get a chat to you Monday. A couple of days went on, Brian still texts me, whatever, and that Saturday, Cliftonville got one of our centre halves got injured, and they had no centre halves or whatever. So Ciaron Little, his main priority was signing a defender. So he sort of put me in a hold, whatever. He gave it a few days, and I just said, no, you don't know what, Brian, just leave it. I'm all on here. Take Coleraine, so I signed with Coleraine, and
never looked back.
I signed with Coleraine in January, and I don't know the exact stats, but I think I never lost a home game all year, and I think I went 20 odd games with about 15 ones in a row, and I think I went 24 without getting bid, and just never knew what losing was when I was in Coleraine. I was just mad. We were 15 points behind Cliftonville when I signed. We finished 15 ahead of them. Overall,
all the stalling, all the back and forward, and overall it was a right decision.
No, it was a great decision, and I never regret that. I didn't score many, but when I scored, they were good. They were good. But just going and playing in Europe, 2 cup finals, one in the Irish Cup, just the experience I had at Coleraine, obviously it's what I needed to. And when I
how did you find them as a club for being an outsider? Welcoming?
Brilliant. There was 5 or 6 Derry boys that made them in every day to travel together.
Just a nice feeling. About it.
There was Neil McCaffrey was there at the time, there was Steve O'Donnell still there, he came after me. Joe McCready, Graham Coleraine, like David Ogilvy, Jordan Allen was living here, I travelled with him, Rory Brown, so I travelled with some Derry boys, Matthew Kirk. So it was obviously the Coleraine boys and the likes of Landon Kane, Brad Lyons and Jane McGonagall. I knew them, like, so it was just a great decision. Like, and obviously they welcomed me right on, and after a few games, obviously the fans all liked me, so it made it even easier. Like, we're winning games, so they had no choice.
It's when I was playing with Ballymena, you know, me being from Derry, there was not many players from Derry that played with Ballymena, like, and I think our clubs down on the line there really appreciate you.
Plenty obviously people from Derry.
Supporters and all.
The first thing I seen when I was actually signed for Coleraine, first person from Coleraine that added me on Facebook, their profile picture was Ciaron out, McCaffrey out.
You're thinking, what
So
the
I'm like,
fuck?
and my very first game for Coleraine then, I was just mad. Oren Kearney said, don't worry, you're getting free straight on. They won the cup game before I signed because my clearance or something.
Aye.
And I played the league game and I was against Portadown. I was putting the hole for a corner, about couple minutes in, ball whipped in, I headed out. Boy, catch it in the volley in the top corner. We're 1-0 down. So Skinner just signed before me, Owen Bradley. He was the main striker, whatever. And 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in, we go up a pitch. He runs on the post, breaks his ribs. There's a 15-minute stop. We're all standing freezing the pitch and I'm going 1-0 down. Man just broke his ribs and boy just scores a volley there off my hair. God's sake, it's some start. We ended up on the game 4-2. We're 2-1. I think we're 2-1 up then they came back to 2 each. First thing I said, I said McCaffrey out. McCaffrey came on for somebody else got injured. I think it might have come on for Skinner when he got injured. He gets the ball and we're 2 each. All the fans booed him when he got the ball. I'm like, what's going on here? Yeah, I mean the whole stadium, boo, get him off a ball, whatever. Somebody else had that. Put the free kick in the top corner. Just stood like in front of all the fans and I'm going, what have I got myself up to here? But then everything was grand after that, and it was just, they were winning games at the time, and when we started winning games, everything was rosy. And
the fans need something to
but the first game, I was like, Jesus, what am I at here? Everything was brilliant, the fans were brilliant, just everything about the
pitch was brilliant. You
brilliant.
might see the goals on the Saturdays, and then you at that time you had a good spell of Coleraine.
But definitely.
No one's still doing some job there.
Obviously they haven't been doing too well this year than they have the years before, but obviously they're part-time, they're competing against a lot of full-time teams now in this league, and look at the money that's going into the league now, so it's good to see.
I think they're sort of pushing for full-time at the moment. You know, they're getting a lot of work done.
This team, the new pitch and all that, they're looking well there.
So what happened then? How did the eventual move come back in?
Well, obviously I was playing under Oren Kearney at the time, and obviously we were doing well under Oren, and Oren got his move to St Mirren then.
That's right, yeah.
So obviously the players were buzzing for him, but didn't help us. He was good to everyone. Obviously everyone loved him and whatever, and he just kept everyone happy, and everyone at the club, the fans, everyone was happy with him. But obviously if you're getting a chance to go playing against Celtic and Rangers and that, so Rodney Maggaree came on, and we weren't doing great and whatever, and it just things started to get difficult then. But it was nothing to do with Rodney. The reason I left, it was just looking back here, and obviously when I was recording, when I was a student, still went to every home and away, most home and away Derry games. So
I just wanted to be a part of the game.
my friends were still playing for Derry at the time, so I was still travelling to all the games. And new manager, Deggy, Deirdre, Murray, they all came in, and there was big things happening for the club. Everyone was excited. And I'm up at Coleraine, new manager came in, and things are starting to go down the way, and I'm like, just raging. I'm not a part of what's coming up, and I was really close with Deirdre. he's from Creggan. Always talk to him every time I see him. Seen that he was in the brand that we obviously coming on the Derry setup now, and I'm like, I would love to be there. Everyone's chatting to me saying, "Oh, would you not love to be?" And I was like,
Word gets out then, sort of.
So someone was speaking to someone and they said, "Oh, they'd be interested," and I was like, "Oh, I'd love to, whatever," but still 2 years left at Coleraine, or a year and a half, and it's like, it's impossible, you know what I mean? And
You didn't think it was going to happen?
didn't think it was going to happen, and I just said, obviously we spoke on the way up, and like Ciaron, all me, Steve, all the boys, and I was like, "Jeez, I'd love to go back to Derry, whatever." Obviously I'm saying this to my teammates, but they obviously know how much I love Derry, like, you know what I mean? So I just don't know where I got the balls one day. Just went up to Randy McAreen to say, "Randy, I heard that there has been a bit of interest, that they would be interested. Not that they spoke to him and said it, to say that I've heard that they would be interested, and if there's any way that you can make it happen, that's where I want to be. And not that I'm not going to give you me all or whatever, but that's when I was saying that's one of the conversations I had with Owen when I was saying with Coleraine. I said, I left Derry to go to Institute to get ready to go back to Derry, to try and prepare. And I said I wasn't ready when I was at Institute still. So I'm coming to you and I'm telling you the same thing. I told him the same. I said,
if I'm ready,
a long-term goal, I want to be back to Derry. And years to come, he said, the thing he used to help was that his wife is Kenny Sheen's daughter. So he was the manager at the time, and he was saying, "You're not going to get back, I'll get you back." He was using that to get me to go to Coleraine, but never wanted me to go back to Derry. But obviously he knew how much I loved there, so I told Rodney, and it's just, to be fair, he just said, "Jackie, if there's a way it can happen, and obviously we don't want to lose you as a player, we don't want Coleraine don't want to lose you. If there's anything that's possible that suits both, we'll do it." And
fair play to him.
it actually worked out that me and Ben Doherty did a swap. So Ben came from Derry to Coleraine, and I went from Coleraine to Derry.
You know what?
And I don't know, Ben made a far bigger impact than I done for Derry.
No,
he done well, so everyone was happy with it, and obviously me and Ben was playing for Derry at the time. He got a job at the time, wanted to go part-time, it suited him, and I wanted to go to Derry, so it just suited everyone, and thankfully he did well when I came to Coleraine, so it suited Coleraine as well, so that's how it was.
Worked out for everybody. So, you haven't looked back?
Nah, definitely not. It's been all up, and just been a few ups and a few downs, but
Hopefully it's
we are where we are now.
This can be a wee turning point now.
That's it.
Well, unfortunately you're not going to be.
I'll still be there, but hopefully I can get back at the end of the season. That's me. I will set myself now. I don't know how long I'm going to be out for you, but hopefully.
So you're going for a scan?
I've already got the scan. Obviously I've done my ACL and a grade 3 tear in my medial as well. So definitely going for one surgery. Like, don't know if I'm going for 2, but I'm meeting the.
You can surprise yourself and be back quicker than you.
That's it. I'm going to meet Richard that did all that on Tuesday, so I'm on more then. So hopefully just get me straight and get me operated on and get me back. That's the plan, as quick as possible, no sitting about.
Right, just on the players within the club, who's the wee characters in the squad?
There's a lot, that's a
Don't
great.
say my name.
Oh, well, he's one of them. No, it's a great group, first of all. Like, it's just
Everybody gets on well.
everyone does it. I know you're people, fans, things like that, people from outside look on. You probably know a few people personally, but as a group, like, there's no, as for me, like, I'm not just saying this from on here. No one I dislike. As a group, there's no. I can't find anyone that dislikes anyone. We all get on.
Everybody's pulling together.
They're all here. So obviously that's Rue as well. Rue's brought on these type of people, and he knows what type of people he wanted.
It's a good blend, a good mixture.
It has a great mixture, experience, good people, and just people that's going to work hard. And you're going to be able to see that this year when they're pushing, having they scrap out for everything.
Well, I think we sort of seen that when he took over last year. very all-in draws sort of.
Well,
It helped.
it
You know, he
is.
installed a wee bit of grit in the team, and you know, I think now you have a good clean run, a good clean season now, and he can bring in his own blend of players. And, you know,
See the players that came on this year. And last year the same. Obviously, Big was here at the start of the season. It was the players. We were playing well. Start of the
shows you
season.
what a different manager can do that.
It does. It was when Rory came in. It was the same players. You know what I mean? But it was just
Things
maybe.
can run stage, yes.
Maybe not that he did anything wrong or there was anything going like the players didn't like what was happening. It was just same players and just they dug on. Obviously, seen the results in. Maybe if we had dug on a bit more in the first few games, we could have got something out of them. But just players dug on, and obviously when Rory came on,
Just a
It
new
works.
voice,
It
a new
works,
voice, a new physique, and
maybe that was the right time for change, and
Aye,
obviously
aye.
it's not up for us to decide that, but it was decided and it worked well. It ended up being the right time, and the right person, obviously. So
and over time,
players,
bringing levels in, sort of, you know, a wee bit of experience in the background to
definitely
help things along.
they've been bringing so far.
It's
So
great seeing Micky Dillon and Fats back.
let's just look at the players assigned this year. It's quality and experiences.
If you want to get competing, that's what you have to do.
So getting everyone going now that's the main thing, and we get a good run now, hopefully from Castle.
What about your young family now, have you?
That's it. We do
There.
it. Andy, so
All good there.
all good, brilliant. It's different. It's probably the best
Gives
thing
you
to
a new,
have me. It is.
Gives you a new drive.
Like last year, obviously, when I say that we're struggling to start a year, come on, it's a new thing. You're playing for someone else. You're playing for your family. You're playing. They're coming watching. Gives you
Like me proud.
that wee extra push and stuff. So.
Aye.
Someone else they obviously like proud. Obviously my family, it's obviously my dad and my granddad, and my family, and obviously my mummy as well. Everyone they've loved Derry all their life, and so them see me playing for Derry, it obviously makes them proud. It's just that one extra person now, you know what I
One to
mean?
be
So,
thankful for.
that is definitely.
So we'll go back to absences. Who over your whole football career? Who's been your biggest absence?
The biggest, well, we started Trojans, just bringing Ciaron, I say stuff. He done everything for me when I was younger. It's just, obviously, he got me on Trojans, he took a liking to me, you know, as a player, as a person, and he just pushed me
Big
on.
community feel like.
He is, he's a great person around Creggan, around Trojans, and without him, they'd be nothing, you know what I mean? So,
Without a lot of local clubs,
that's it,
that's your bread and butter. Like.
you could probably ask every senior player that played who their youth was. There's probably that one person through every club that
Sticks in your head.
does that thing. It's just for an example, Jerry Dock for Foyle Hearts,
Aye.
Og for Tristar, and
Hearts,
things like that. So I think Roman Ciaron was probably the biggest thing for me when I was growing up, and probably
What was it like growing up in Creggan football? Just
football's
every day
just
with
mad.
football,
It's
just
different
straight,
now.
slow.
It's changed, I guess. It's
All
easy
stop.
to say. It's when you're older. I always had a football when I was younger, but literally, that
every week, man.
me and Paul Smith, one of my friends, literally we would stand in the Bishop's Field from after school to 10 o'clock at night, and hoping people would land by one person less, so we were needed to play. Us, that size, running around the pitch, men kicking us, whatever, we were trying to not beg them, and so that's all we did. There's times that you went there and you could play 5 matches in a row for 5 hours, and if they didn't need someone, they were just running around the side. Playing football, not only to all my friends were always there, and it's just playing. Obviously, they don't play it anymore. 60 seconds live, all ME games. It's against the
It's not even
fans.
see anymore.
You don't know.
You know what I mean?
They're all playing their PlayStation and that.
A fella told me, a certain man told me at work with, Joe McCready, he says to me, about getting you on long. I says, I'll get him on. I'll get him a message and see how he feels about it. He's all like, I want to see him have all this week. And I says, what do you mean? He's all, I think he says to me before, he says, my guy says to me before, why can you not do that in games?
Everyone
He
says
says
that.
you were-
If anyone came watch me in training, they would, probably not this year, but where I sort of cut that out of me. I'm not allowed to do any things in training anymore, but I would probably, if he's
maybe after the Ryan McBride thing.
But if you check the programmes probably over the last 3 years, you'll see anyone most skillful player, they'll say me. Do all these in training. I do them all these skills in training, but obviously from a Deggy and Deirdre was there. Deggy wouldn't do much shooting at me, but I would do a skill and lose a ball, and imagine Deirdre was there, cut my head off, and then Beret just.
Yeah, I think you sort of have to express yourself, do you know what you know?
If the role I have now is different, that's the thing. Rory's gave me a role since it came on that's sort of sitting on there, so if I'm doing them silly things on there, you lose a ball there, 2 seconds a ball could be in the net, but if you're up the other side of the pitch and you're doing them,
there's an opportunity.
There's opportunities, do you know what I mean? You can obviously express yourself and stuff like that when you get up there, but even if Rory will tell the rest of the boys that are up that side of the pitch, do what you want to get up there, do what you need to do. But I'm on a bad side of the pitch, I'm the deeper side of the pitch, so if I lose it there, I think goals, so I'm not prepared to take a risk anymore, so the skills have cut out.
So within the club, who's the voice on the club, players wise?
Well,
Big Toy.
Big Owen, one's a great captain. He doesn't say much. He talks a lot on the pitch. When I say something, it makes sense. You know what I mean? He's smart. He's young, but he's an old head on him, and he's with a lot of experience. He's the longest serving player in the club. So he may be 22, 23, but he's been there 5 or 6 years. You know what I mean? Kenny brought him on at the start, and he's been there. He's played with a lot of good players, and obviously he's been Kenny Shields for Deggy years ago. Now he's with Beret.
Still sustaining.
And we're looking now, and there's obviously Roy Higgins has worked with Ireland, he's worked with Dundalk, he's been successful teams, and it's his decision. They put the old captain, there's a reason, because of what he can bring, you know what I mean? So Owen is a big force, and as you say, there's the experience he brought in this year, like Fats and people like that. And when them people speak, he doesn't really listen, do you know what I mean? So when they say something, they don't just say stuff for a reason. There's a reason for them to say something, so people do listen. And there's a lot of young people there, you say, even like Evan and that, when them people do speak to them, it's going to help them, you know what I mean? So they don't just say thanks for the sake of it. So
what's my Evan like in that training, or?
Says, I
Knows
don't know,
himself, doesn't he?
he has no brains. He's a bit simple, but he's a good player. But he probably needs to be. That's probably why he is a good player, because he probably doesn't care. He just when it is no when he goes out there, steps. He could be playing against Barcelona, he could be playing. Obviously, he could be training, but he was still playing the same. You know what I mean? Doesn't take a ring with him. But he's a bit quiet, but when he plays, it's good.
He's got a good couple of experience there, hasn't he? You look up to him.
That's it. He loves his pass without saying that bit. He can just, it could be a 5 pass ever, a 5-yard pass, there's a way that he'll find a way. He's spun up out his head, he's bitter, so.
Anyway, but the easiest way.
But sure, you see that, and sure, everything has to be perfectly hung with his hair, his eyebrows. The eyebrows, and the sunbeds, you know.
Jesus, Mr. Perfect. No, but I
wonder where he gets that from.
But no, I think we Higgins gave them an opportunity, last year, and getting a good run of games, and then getting a good start this year.
That's it. When he came on, and obviously he took his chance. A lot of people, you guys say when I was on stage, I got two opportunities coming off the bench. You know, I was sort of ready, but I'll be honest, if you had to say to me, Evan's going to play 15 games last year, I'd say no chance. You know what I mean? He came on, he took it from his first game. He took his chance, and not only took his chance, he got better and better after that. And if you had said to me at the end of the year, I'd have said he deserved it. You know what I mean? He earned it. He did well.
He took his year to him.
He did. He was fighting for a start every week. You know what I mean? So he definitely did deserve it. And from 12 months ago, like from now, like he's.
It shows you what 6 months can do to any player, like given an opportunity.
Oh, that's it.
You
It's
know.
games, you need minutes, and
Yeah.
doesn't matter where you have the, as I said, he's had a good institute to get my minutes, that's what I needed, but obviously I'm lucky enough to get them, obviously, playing at Derry where he is, and hopefully he gets more minutes now.
Hopefully. Well, he's injured now at the moment. He's playing a wee niggle, but hopefully he's back.
Well,
as
that's
well.
it. Fighting for it.
Getting stuck in again. In terms of the jokers in the pack, who's the jokers in the squad?
Ciaron Call.
Ah,
There's a few, Jack Malone, funny man,
aye.
empty together, funny.
You need them sort of
Aye,
like
yeah.
just to lift them around more, like, you know what I mean?
We sort of lost that after we lost James McDonough. He was the
Joker.
main joker, but Jack Malone and Ciaron Call now. We do some half of them too. Not always it's just stupid stuff really. Like it's just, but they're the two men.
Best dancer. Who's the best dancer?
The best dancer.
I heard Evan told me Jamie Ronaldo looks a wee bit like
No. Definitely not James.
No.
James, I can tell you, he'd be raging if I didn't say him, but I'm not going to say him, I'm going to say Ciaron Call again. Did you see that one?
Aye.
Yeah, with a brown belt, the brown shoes on, the Irish dancing, did you see him go? Funny man.
Face dead style.
Definitely. That's what it is. It's not even, he look out of place in the nightclub, like, but. Some boy.
So we're going to end the podcast now. What's your aspirations now? Is it going to be do you want to finish your career? Would that be your main aim? Would you want to finish your career today or?
Well, obviously when I was growing up, I was always dreamed of playing for Derry, but I got there now and there's no point in stopping now, you know what I mean? I know I'm 26, I have a bad injury here, you know what I mean? It'll probably take me a while to get back from, but
There's never a good time to be injured, but you're sort of coming to your peak.
it's still not going to stop me from
No,
wanting to play at the highest level that I can play at, but if Derry's going to be at the highest level that I'm ever going to play at, I'll look at it different ways. Obviously, if it is going to be Derry, I want to be competing for trophies, I want to be playing in Europe every year, playing against the best teams you can play against, but if it is at Derry I'm at, but obviously you never know. Back in my injury now, I can have a good 6 months, you know what I mean, but obviously just play as much football as I can, because it's going to be a short career.
Hopefully Jackie will see you in hopefully before the
I'll be back for the cup final.
Everybody, my 5th guest, Ciaron Jackie Harkin.
Thanks very much, my champion.
Champion Jackie. Cheers.
There we are. Good Craig. I couldn't stop looking at them marshals, I forgot.